Elden Ring, it's not really a game. It's just more of a measure of a person's personal pride, a test of how much can you suffer, how much can you endure. The previous From Software titles, the Dark Souls trilogy, you can't fault them. They literally did what it said in the tin. They darkened your soul. But Elden Ring, it lures you in. It looks like that mystical fantasy RPG game, but in reality, it's an onion. The more you cut into the game, the more likely it is you're gonna cry. Upon starting your adventure, you're presented with a variety of classes. There's magical builds, dexterity options, but let's be honest, we all know which one you're choosing. It's the big sword. Everyone chooses the big sword. The erosion of your will to live in this game, it slowly creeps up on you for about 5 minutes when you encounter Marg, who is essentially a bouncer for the game. His whole purpose is to just break your spirit early, turn you around, go home, not tonight, mate. Should you survive this encounter, you'll then proceed to have the joy of meeting the further range of bosses in this game. And it quickly becomes apparent that to qualify as a major boss in this game, the primary requirement appears to be having a name that begins with the letter M, Millennia, Morgue, Mog. All seemingly named as if a child was struggling to spell the names Melanie and Margaret. We also cannot forget the mutilated version of the Michelin Man, who basically just rolls around in a ball. You're probably wondering, why do they all sound the exact same? And there is a story in Elden Ring to explain all of this, allegedly. Some questions you'll probably ask is, why am I here? What am I fighting for? What is actually going on in this game? The truth is, no one really knows, and those who claim they do are lying. But do you know what? After spending 3 working days defeating a boss that looks like the big rock out of Mario, no one really cares either. Just let me beat this thing in front of me and move on and do the exact same thing again in 20 minutes time. There is some good news though. Elden Ring does actually offer some help. Other players can leave messages behind, which basically are meant to help you on your way. The only problem with these messages is that they're all articulated as if we're primates learning to communicate for the first time. You also have the privilege of being provided a lens into the future through bloodstains, which basically is just offering a preview of what your own life is going to look like for the next 5 hours. It's a useful feature in theory. You can see how other players died before you, what you can avoid, but that's only in theory. In practice, it's much less guidance and more, here's 17 people who died in the exact same position you're standing in. Best of luck if you think you're going to be any better. You can call in the cavalry though. You can bring in reinforcements. There's the Mimic Tier, which is basically an ancestral summon designed to cut your suffering in half and hopefully your game time. But just be aware that once you choose to actually use this feature, you're basically disgracing yourself and your family name and your credibility as an actual player of the game. That's according to Reddit anyway. There is respite though in this game at Sites of Grace, but just know that should you die, you're going to have to retrace all your steps from the Site of Grace, defeating every enemy again, reliving every moment, every mistake, every reminder of your shortcomings that this game can basically throw at you. The only relief you'll actually find in this game is when you do the sensible thing and turn the console off. But you will come back, you always come back, and the developers did the kind and gracious thing of every single time you do come back, you are reminded of what happened the last time. The combat of Elden Ring is really where the game comes into its own. It's one of its most defining features. The combat, it's elegant, it's precise. At least in the trailer, anyway. In actuality, the combat consists of spamming dodge and praying, whilst the enemy performs a Beyblade spin monologue of a 15 attack combination, taking up the entirety of your screen in the process, so you can't even see what's going on, but you're forced to ingrain this in your memory, because should you fail to do so, you will have to watch the agonising process of watching your character attempting to get up off the ground before being put back down again immediately. Despite all this, despite your anger, despite your frustration, despite every rational reason as to why you shouldn't play this game, you'll always come back.
You and your pride and your ego.
It's your willingness to let a computer-generated enemy disrespect you. But you don't have to do this. Just go outside. Or you can be like me and pay for the DLC.